Welcome to this Sunday's Gospel Reflection. Why is a piece of baked fish so important that it needs to be mentioned in today's Gospel? Isn't the enormous mystery of a Jesus who actually rose from the dead important enough? Not only that, the death of Jesus itself was such an enormous drama and trauma. So much cruelty, pain, people, and power games involved in the death of one single good man in the prime of his life. And now, wonder of wonders, he's back, fully alive. Who could care about some baked fish? No wonder that the terrified poor disciples had locked themselves up in the upper room with doors doubly barred for fear of the Jews. Their own lives were at stake. They were lost without Jesus. They did not know what their next move should or could be. The one thing that was massively certain was that Jesus was crucified, dead, and buried. That was the crude reality. No escape to that. All the magnificent dreams of a new kingdom, a new world order, had gone up in smoke. And as the disciples of Emmaus told Jesus himself, when they still had not recognized him, they told him, "Yes, we know he was a prophet, powerful in word, powerful in deed, before God and all the people. The chief priests and the rulers handed him over to be sentenced to death. They crucified him. We had hoped that he was the one who was going to liberate Israel. And what is more, it is the third day since all this took place, and no sign of him at all." I'm sure that in their depressed hearts, they were thinking, and now he's gone, dead, and buried. Our dreams, our hopes, all have died with him. Our greatest dream has come crushing down. Our greatest dream has come crushing down, and here we are, back to square one. May I ask you, have you ever felt that way in life? Let me stop here for a moment and tell you a little story. Once there was a king who wanted to choose the wisest among the wise as his counselor. He opened a contest which went like this: if anyone can succeed to unlock and open the enormous, heavy, elaborate main gates of the palace grounds, he will be chosen as counselor. Many wise and seasoned men contested the prestigious appointment. There were mathematicians calculating the weight of the gates, the pressure needed to open them. Others studied the hinges, others climbed the gates to find some weak point or other. But no one could open the gates until a young lad, a simple farmer, turned up. He noticed a little latch next to the big, heavy iron lock of the gate. He just pressed the handle, and hey presto, the gates opened smoothly and easily at the touch of his hand. This is the difference between the fearsome ghosts created by our overwhelming fantasies and the simple reality, like the home-baked piece of fish. You see, the truly wise know how to distinguish between ghostly dreams, and simple reality. God knows what the disciples, and the disciples, they are us. And God knows what we imagine the resurrection to be. We are impressed by the special, unique, never heard of miracle, which terrifies and astonishes us by its exceptional magic. For Jesus, it was very different. For him, it is this simple day to day miracle that simply continues to sustain us, to carry us forward. We cannot enter the kingdom of real life by moving mountains with our power, our knowledge, our resources, our technology. Isn't that what our society, with all our progress and advances, is doing or trying to do? Life can only be broken open by the gentle, simple actions of a loving heart and a simple mind. A little piece of baked fish. The risen Jesus is not an impressive, beautiful ghost created by our poor or our fragile minds. The living Jesus can only be found in this simple, small, but loving and faithful commitment to the ordinariness of our daily life. We just have to push down that little door latch of our daily duties, the little services, the humble and often silent presence, the gentle touches of a sensitive heart to open up the mysterious depths of life and of death. No, meaningfulness and peace in our lives are not beyond some inaccessible horizon far away elsewhere. Meaningfulness and peace are readily available here, now, in our families, our struggles to get up in the morning, to do the cooking, the working, the waiting, the washing, the walking, the sleeping, the waking. Like the good women at the tomb, we can see visions of angels, signs, miracles, wonders, without seeing him. And him they did not see, says the gospel. Jesus cannot be seen in wonderful and extraordinary signs if he is not readily embraced in the simple things that make up our daily lives. So, meeting the real Jesus rather than the ghost of Jesus of our imagination means welcoming him in the loving presence through our faithfulness to what our love for him and for others asks of us day after day. This is the only key to open the gates of the kingdom of heaven, which is the kingdom of peace, the kingdom of love. And this is what Jesus is inviting us for. Go, be my witnesses. And a witness is just a humble pointer to the simplest yet greatest miracle that only God can accomplish in our lives. And it is this miracle. It is letting love overcome death slowly, day by day, hour by hour, person by person, drop by drop. May our daily life changing encounter with Jesus transform each one of us into living witnesses, proclaiming to a dying world that life is stronger than death, love stronger than hatred, peace stronger than conflict. Our simple faithfulness is much more effective in opening our hearts. Our simple faithfulness is much more effective in opening hearts, like those big palace gates that still shut us out of the kingdom of God. The risen Jesus comes to us through our brothers and sisters who have real flesh, real bones, who share our fish and chips at the same table, sleep in our houses, carry their wounds on their hands and their feet just like we do. Which reminds me of Elijah's vision in the book of Kings. The Lord said, "Go out, stand on the mountain in the presence of the Lord, for the Lord is about to pass by." Then a great and powerful wind tore the mountains apart, shattered the rocks before the Lord. But the Lord was not in the wind. After the wind, there was an earthquake, but the Lord was not in the earthquake. After the earthquake came a fire, but the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire came a gentle whisper. This Easter season, let us wake up to the sound of God's whispers in our hearts. Thank you, and God bless you.